Welcome back to grade 8. We dealing now with lesson 3, distance on the coordinates plane. This is the last lesson in this chapter we're dealing with, inshallah. Now it starts with warm up, something we have to know it or we already know. What do the point 15 and 58 have common? The common here means the repeated, meaning the y-axis, both of them. So they lies on the same horizontal line, y equals 5. So they have the same y-axis. But I need to find the distance between them. How to find the distance between them? Without any steps, I have to make small trick. If we have same sign here like this, I have to subtract. So 8 minus 1 equals 7. Okay? If we have same sign, remember this. Now we're going to another example. If we going to, this is the steps, if you're going to another 2 points like this, we have here something common here. The common this time is x axis or x coordinates. The x coordinate -3. How I find the distance between these 2 points? So I found here 12 and -1. They have difference sign. So I have to make it together plus. So this is the second trick here, or the keyword here. If I have here different sign, I have to make it together plus. So 12 plus 1 is 13, or with the make it as absolute 12 minus -1. So change to plus. In this case, this 8 minus 1 absolute is 7. So because of this, we take the difference between them, but 12 minus -1 meaning 12 plus 1. So if we have with the other way, we have different sign, we make it plus. So 12 plus 1 is 13. So the distance here, 13 units. I think that all things we know it already now. Now we're going to, if we have nothing common, I have 2 ways today because we take it already the last lesson. Or we find with the distance between 2 points with my new formula. So this my new formula, square root, this remember this rule is very important. How to find the distance between 2 points? I have to take the difference of x to power 2 plus difference of y to the power 2, mean x2 minus x1 power 2 plus y2 minus 1 power 2. I give you 2 points, you take the x minus together and the y minus together. Now I start with the first way, but this depends on how to draw this on my grid or how do we find my hypotenuse in this way. So now if I start with method number 1, I have to draw first, but I have to know my points. My points are -3, -2, and 3 and 4. So to create a right angle triangle, so this is the way we have to make right angle triangle. So I have to draw this my 2 points. I have to complete it to make my right angle like this. So I have to make one more point. I have to estimate it to make it as a right angle. This is the way. So this my main points here, difference, nothing common. I put something common. Here, the 2 points now have common the 2 points. I add this point. Okay, remember this. I complete it as right angle triangle. Now I have to find, now my side here is easy to find the length because I have same y or same x here. So I have to make plus or minus. I told you if I have here different sign, I have to make it plus. So my distance is 6 units, or I can count it from my line here. Or this one, I have now y is a common here, so I have to make it here different sign plus. So 3 and 3, 6. From this point to this point, 6 units. And this is 6 points. Now this one I have to use Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean, we dealing with this the last lesson together. How to take it? I have to remember the way. So let's remember the steps. So I bring 2 sides. I have to find the first side now. So this side and this side help me to find this side with Pythagorean theorem. So we're going now to construct my points here like I told you. Then I have to find the y or the length of hypotenuse with my way a power 2 plus b power 2 equals c power 2. I have this 6 and this also 6. So 6 power 2 plus 6 power 2. This is the way. If you remember, I have here common, I have here common. This is the introduction, the warm up. Now we're going to the second part. I have to take the square root, make it plus and take the square root. So the square root of 72 will be 0.49 to the nearest hundredth. This is the first way. Easy, but the second one will be more easier. You see the method 2. If you remember your formula, this will be easy. Let's revise it together. D equals square root, again a square root of difference of x power 2 plus difference of y power 2. So if I'm dealing here, this is supposed to be 2, I'm sorry, this 2, okay? This it's 2, y2, this x1, y1, okay? So I will fix it in my PowerPoint. Now I have to find my rule here. My rule is D equals difference of x power 2 plus difference of y power 2. Now I start now my answer. So I have to put this rule, then I replace everything. You remember I have 2 points. The first point was 3 negative 3 and negative 3 and 4 negative 2. It's back a little bit here. So remember here I'm dealing with these 2 points. So I make it 3 minus negative 3 and 4 minus negative 2. We can make it the inverse or also correct. 3 negative 3 minus 3 power 2 and negative 2 minus 4 power 2. The same will give you the same answer. Okay, so let's complete my steps. Now we make it 3 minus negative 3 power 2, 4 minus negative 2 power 2. Then I have my result. So this will be the same answer, 8.48. Let's make another example. I have now points at 7, 12, 2 and negative 6. So I have to use the distance formula. This is the distance formula. How to find the length of 2 or the distance between 2 points with this formula. This is called distance formula. So I have to replace x and x, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. So this is my way, like this. Then I replace it with negative 2 minus 7 is negative 5 power 2 is 25 and negative 6 negative 12 negative 18 power 2. So you make it add this form 324. Finally I have final answer like this, 349. The square root 18.68 to the nearest hundredth again. So this is approximated here 18.68. Now another example. I give you here graph like this. I need to use the distance formula. So I have to dealing with this. But I have to estimate this side and this side because I need to find here the perimeter of all the sides mean the perimeter together. If I make this side plus this side plus this side mean the perimeter of the triangle. So the perimeter is the sum of all sides. I have to bring this with the distance formula, but this from if I look into this 2 points like this, I have to estimate my result directly without any steps. So I found here something common, 2 and 2. So skip it. Now we're dealing with the difference, but I have different signs. So you make it plus 3 and 1, 4. So this side will be 4. Or you can count from here to here. 3 to negative 1 you found here about 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 units. The same way we have same y. The common here is y. Negative 1, negative 1. So I have to make it plus or minus. I have to make it plus because I have different signs or count. So 3 and 2, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 units. So I have 2 points. This point, and this point. This side and this side. So this 5 and this about 1, 2, 3, 4 and this 5. So I have to find this with distance formula. I put my points here, all of them in front of me. Then the formula for the distance. Then I replace this points 2 minus negative 1. So 2 minus negative 3, sorry, and 3 minus negative 1. Finally, I bring my result at this form, so 41. Finally, 6.4. So my first answer was 4, 5, 6.4. So the side lengths are 4, 5, 6.4. Then the perimeter make it plus will be 15.4. I think it's easy. Now we're going to, I will dealing with the first 2 examples as steps. Then I give you the final answer to practice alone. Okay, I need from you to practice alone. I give you the answer for this reason. Just check your answers. Okay, I'll start with the first one. Find the distance between the 2 points round to the nearest hundredth. Okay, so 4 and 5, 1 and 1. So I have to recall my formulas. My formula here is x2 minus x1 power 2 plus y2 minus y1 power 2. Then I have to make difference between them. Subtract. So 1 minus 4 or 4 minus 1. Doesn't matter. So 4 minus 1 is 3 power 2. So I make it like this. 1 minus 4 and 1 minus 5. So 1 minus 4 is negative 3 power 2, 9. 1 minus 4 is 1 minus 5 is 4, negative 4 power 2, 16. So this will be negative 3 power 2 and negative 4 power 2. Then 9 and 16 together give you 25. Root 25 is 5. So this is your result. Now we're going to another example. But please concentrate with your sign. If you have a sign, you have to put it. Okay? Don't be lazy. Okay? You have to make all your signs to have correct answer. Now the second point, 5, 2, 0, 4. So I make 0 minus 5, 4 minus 2 under square root and power 2 like this. So this is your formula. You change 0 minus 5, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. Then I find the result will be negative 5 power 2, 25, and 4 minus 2, 2 power 2 is 4. Remember the power 2. Okay, the common mistake, most of you sometimes forget this 2, this power. So you have to make, when you make subtract, make it power 2. Remember this. So root 29 is 5.4. Now I give you the all final answers like this. Check your answers when you make your steps like me. So we're going now to find the point here, use the graph, find the approximate distance with A and C, from A to C. So I recall my points here is negative 6 and 7, I put it in front of me, and the other one, negative 3 and 1, I start with x always, x-axis, so negative 3 and 1, so I make it my rule, my answer will be 3 root 5. The same with D and E, so I recall D means 3 and 7, and 3 and 7, don't say 7 and 3 is wrong, 3 and 7. Then E is 2 and 2, so I make it my formula with distance, this is my result. Okay, the same with all this point with the same graph, you will have this answers. Check your answer and make your homework. This in the part of revision of your book, this reflection part of 725, I give you 2 points. Fine, remember the title. If you know the title, he needs something from you, you have to understand what he needs. He needs the distance, so you recall the distance. So D is your distance. D equals square root difference of x power 2 plus difference of y power 2. Recall this, you have this answer and this answer. Okay, thank you, and make this practice alone. You have homework, small homework, maybe 2 pages, yes, but it's easy if you substitute with your values inside your formula. You have easy answer, inshallah. Check your answer. If you have any problem, tell me on time, inshallah. Page 175 and 176 is your homework.